Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. Continuing with Bhartrihari's Niti Shatakam, we take up 5 more shlokas for discussion. Bhartrihari occupies a prominent place amongst the ancient poets of Sanskrit literature. He belonged to the eminent tradition of Valmiki, Vyas and Kalidas. His output had a brilliant quality of thought and imagination. All his writing is pithy, compact and original in imagery. There is a remarkable depth in his thinking on subjects as diverse as polity in a civilized society, erotica and total renunciation. He had an admirably sharp and penetrating wit. In Niti Shatakam, Bhartrihari deals with the themes of civic polity, a king's duties towards his subjects, the importance of education in society, the value that ought to be placed on the poets, the philosophers, the savants, the relationship between parents and their children, between friends, between husband and wives. Niti Shatakam is a book of manners for kings and commoners alike, for the learned and the idiots, for the prosperous and the paupers, and for the wise and the fools. The advice given in Niti Shatakam is as relevant today as it was when the book was written. In Niti Shatakam, Bhartrihari asserts the supremacy of learning over kingly power and wealth. In Niti Shatakam, the poet stands taller than the king and has the guts to tell the king to mind his own business. The first shloka that we take up today is an address to the bird Chatak. He is making a point. Re re Chatak savadhan manasa mitra kshanam shuyatam ambodha bahavo hi shanti gagane sarve tu naita drisha. O Chatak, for a moment listen with care. Several clouds roam in the sky. All are not alike. Some drown the earth in a deluge, while some others merely roar but are empty. O Chatak, be discriminating. Don't beg just any cloud that you see in the sky. What Bhartrihari is conveying, that even for charity, don't depend on all and sundry. Firstly, everyone is not generous. Secondly, the person may not have anything left to give. So, in our day-to-day life, even when we look for help from somebody else, we must make sure that he has the capacity to help. And he is not just a bombast, a superficially rich person, and not a genuinely generous person. I have stated earlier also in my discussion that Bhartrihari's stanzas are to be taken singly, not as a continuum. The next stanza deals with men who are evil by nature. And Bhartrihari naturally wants his readers, his audience, to be careful about such persons. He writes, Akulanatvam Karana Vigraha Pardhane Paryoshiti cha Spriha सुजन बंधु जनेषु असहिष्णुता प्रकृति सिद्धमिदम ही दुरात्मानम. Those men are evil who by nature do not take kindly to anyone. For them everybody is bad. They can do no good to anyone. So it is in their temperament. Such people are to be avoided in society. Others who rake up a fight for no reason. In Hindi we say, "Aa bail mujhe maar." They are ready to fight anyone. They'll find an argument to start mischief, then quarrel, come to blows. Bhartrihari does not approve of such people, and he does not approve of people who covet the wealth of another. Greed, avarice, cheating, fraud, deceit. These things are common in everyday life. The newspapers are full of them. And 2300 years ago, Bhartrihari was warning everybody about such people. Those who covet the wealth of another, who desire the wife of a neighbor or a friend, and those who envy the prosperity and progress of their relatives and friends. Such people are also to be avoided. They are not good people who can't see another person prosper. An excellent advice is given in the next stanza. दुर्जन परिहर्तव्यो विद्या अलंकृतो अपि सन मनिना भूषितः सर्प किमसौ न भयंकर. There is a message, and then there is an image, both of a highly superior variety. Seek not the company of a rogue, even though he is learned. Bhartrihari is asking us to avoid such people. They have established a reputation as very learned people, but they are rogues. They are going to cheat you, harass you. A venomous snake is no less dangerous, writes Bhartrihari, just because it bears a gem in its hood. Can you trust it, he says. Now, this is a practical advice in life. Don't just trust anybody. He may be a rogue in the garb of a learned person. So, virtually, he is a cheat, although he is dressed like an honest person. Bhartrihari says, avoid such people. In the next stanza 2, Bhartrihari is asking us to avoid evil-minded persons who can destroy any reputation. He has listed them in his words, such type of people. Jadem hrimati ganyate pratruchau dambha suchau kaithavam shure nigrinata munau vimatita dainyam प्रियालापिनी तेजस्विन्य अवालिप्ता मुखरता वक्त्यः शक्ति स्थिरे तत्को नाम गुणो भवत्स गुणिनाम यो दर्जनई अंकितः. An evil-minded person can tar anyone's reputation, writes Bhartrihari. Beware of such a person. For him, a man of shy and reserved temperament is a fool. He does not consider anyone highly. The one interested in fasts and ritual is a hypocrite. A pure-minded innocent is cunning. The brave is plain, cruel and heartless. He lacks wisdom who keeps his counsel. And he is stupid who speaks sweet words that hurt none. Now these are the names calling by the man who is evil minded and who can tar anyone's reputation. He always sees the negative and describes it as such. Like describing a pure minded person like a cunning person. For such persons, an evil person, for such an evil person, writes Bhartrihari, a man with prestige and glory is haughty. One who converses well is talkative. And patience is not a virtue but helplessness. You see, you can give a name and damn anybody. A dictionary is full of words. All good virtues, all good qualities can be named evil qualities. And says the king, the poet, there is none who is superior and virtuous whom these scoundrels don't decry. The last stanza describes certain undesirable qualities of human beings. लोभश्चेत गुणेन किम पिशुनता यद्यस्ति किम पातकै सत्यम चेतप्सा च किम शुचिमनो यद्यस्ति तीर्थेन किम सौजन्यम यदि किम निज है सुमहिमा यद्यस्ति किम मंडनै सद्विद्या यदि किम धनै अपयशो यद्यस्ति किम मृत्युना. Please, remarkable words you must dwell upon. Avarice is worse than many a bad quality. So are cunning and cruelty. If you are truthful, you need not perform difficult yogic rituals. When your mind is pure, you need not go on a pilgrimage. Be nice to others, right, Bhartrihari? Everyone would be your friend and you will not miss near and dear ones. Earn merit, it is better than ornaments. What a statement. Earn merit, it is better than ornaments. Let learning be your wealth. At times, death is preferable to disgrace. Thus, in life, virtues and vices balance each other. Make your choice with care and wisely. Thank you for your visit to the site. We shall come with more and more of these shlokas.